Take 1 million. All right. My name is Jasmine, and thank you for tuning into my channel. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And thank you for coming back. All right. So today I'm going to try to make this video as short and simple and straight to the point as possible, especially opposed to the part one of the story. So, anyways, this is story time. Why I regret being a surrogate part 2. So I intend on making this video very straight to the point, so a lot of details will most likely be left out. But if you have any questions, I can, respond to you in the comments, or if there become an abundance of questions, which I doubt, I will do a question and answer video, Q&A. So anyway, to get straight to the video, so the reason why I regret it, or not regret it, I regret being a surrogate is because I was very mistreated. I was treated like chewed up gum. I just paused the video and already lost my train of thought. So I'm gonna try to get right to what I was talking about, what I think I was talking about. Good. My lips are super dry. Get that from my dad. But anyway, so yeah, I was very mistreated as a surrogate. I was treated like chewed up gum, spat out on the street and stumped upon. Like, just when I thought I couldn't be any more mistreated, I was. So I was mistreated. The miscommunication, it was so terrible. Like, surrogates are a treasure in the surrogacy industry, obviously. But in my experience, I was not treated anything close to treasure, like, at all. Like, and it's sad to say it, but yes. And so, throughout that journey, I was so stressed out. Stressed out. I mean, like, I was to the point where I wanted to blink my eyes and it was over. I wanted to no longer be pregnant anymore with that surrogate baby. It's sad to say, but that's how much stress I was under. The only reason why I would not pray upon that or wish upon that was that because I felt like if I end up miscarrying with the surrogate baby, that would probably mean that when I am ready for my second baby, that it would probably end in a miscarriage because my body wasn't capable enough of carrying to full term. So that pregnancy kind of was like testing me. To me, it was like me testing to see if my body was still capable of carrying a full term pregnancy. So that's why, I was like, let me not think stuff like that. But I just was that stressed out with the pregnancy, sad to say. Like, sorry, it's just, I, like I said, I just disassociate a lot. And, so when I'm speaking on these things, it's kind of like bringing back these feelings that I had like pushed down so much so to the point where it almost felt like it was not even existent, like it was not even a dream. So when I get to speaking about it and it kind of start bringing back those feelings, it makes me feel sad because I'm not the type of person that'll have thoughts like that. But it just was under that much stress. I just wanted to be done with those people, done with that experience. Like, I didn't take any like photography photos while I was pregnant. Granted, it's not my child, I get that, but I'm still pregnant. It's still my body. Like, I didn't even like looking in the mirror. I didn't like looking at my body. It reminded me that I was still going through this experience. And, yeah, it was like the agency treated me like absolute trash. They always accused me of things that were very inaccurate. So much defamation of character. They would threaten to sue me, hold my wages. It just was bullying at its finest. and they know that they feel like they have a bulldog of a lawyer that's on standby. And as a surrogate, most surrogates do not have a lawyer on standby, so they use that to their advantage. And it was just terrible. The things that I was accused of, I wish I can show you guys these emails, but of course I cannot because that would be against our contract. But they were out for blood, and I was the little lamb, the sacrificial lamb, because going into surrogacy, I so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I was so eager about it. I was so excited to be a surrogate, and they just killed the image of what I thought surrogacy was about. And so basically, I'm really making this part two because the things that I wish to achieve by being a surrogate did not happen. 0% of it actually. In fact, negative 100% happened. So, in the end, surrogacy ended up being a pain in my growing, but my brain is just scattered right now. So going into surrogacy, I wanted to become financially stable, of course. No, I didn't do it just for the money. But as a person that didn't come from money, don't have much money, that was definitely a selling point. And I don't care what anyone try to say out there, because if I were someone that was well off, or if it were someone that was well off, do you think that they would actually even consider being a surrogate, especially to a complete stranger, just for, a couple grand? Highly doubt it. Maybe for a family member that has absolutely no other option, yeah. Because I don't need the money, and I'm doing this because this is a family member that deserves a child. But for a complete stranger, someone you have absolutely no idea who they are, come on now. Obviously, money got to be involved. Compensation, yes. Especially you're taking your body through great lengths. It's a little bit further. Wow, that's a beautiful birthday cake. We don't have money to buy the cake, honey. No, that's the stranger's ticket. I got gummy bears. I'll get you some more gummy bears in a little bit, okay? No, I have some more. I put them on the counter so you can't reach them. I'll get them in a little bit, okay? All right. Um, I lose my train of thought so easily these days. But basically, pregnancy in itself is very demanding. But as a surrogate, it's like 10 times more demanding. The whole process was so invasive from beginning to the end. Like, I ended up having to get induced. I've never gotten induced before, but the induction process that I had to go through, I felt like they were shoving their whole elbow up there. Even after I got the epidural, it was still like going to the dentist, and you can still feel that pressure. Yeah, I might not feel like a lot of the pain that you're actually putting into my teeth getting extracted or getting fixed up or whatever, but I can feel you tugging at my mouth. And so that's what it felt like getting inductions. And I had to get like the balloon method thing, and it was by like a residency doctor, and so she's learning too. And then you got your experience once. It's like, girl, get out the way because you ain't doing it right. It was just, it was not fun. But I would have probably figured it was worth it had I been appreciated. But no, what the parents decided to do after that was completely ignore me, and whatever. In the beginning, I had no intentions on having a relationship with them after the process was done, but I had thought that we formed a bond in spite of what the agency wanted. They wanted to tear us apart, and that's what happened in the end. But I thought that we had formed this bond to where, I'm carrying your baby, I should be treated like a goddess because this is a lot to go through, especially, with the agency bullying me. And, it just was nice to know that someone had my back. And it was no one. My family, surrogacy agency that was literally paid to be my advocate, the parents. It was just so you can only imagine where a person's mind like that goes, especially while pregnant. And especially while pregnant with a baby that's not even theirs. It was just, yeah, like what she said. Maybe I didn't make myself clearer, but it was a nightmare. Um, so I had intended on becoming more financially stable with being a surrogate, obviously. I was having baby fever to have baby number two, so both of my children can be very close in age. My daughter had just turned two, and so had I gotten pregnant with my own baby and set up a surrogacy child, I would have, my kids would have only been 3 years apart. So now that I became a surrogate, my kids are even they're going to be even further apart. And I'm pretty sure in the long run, later on in life, it probably would have worked out best this way. But still, the mistreatment, it just and- anyway. So yeah, I wanted to buy a home for me and my daughter. No, it didn't have to be some massive house. It didn't have to be. I was looking more of a large size land. The house size didn't really matter because I know as long as the lot size is big enough, I can build upon it as I become more financially able to. But the main thing was home ownership. I was like, heck yeah, I can do that. But and I was working my 9 to 5. I was making about $2,000 every 2 weeks. I was working a lot of overtime. I got to the point where, I realized I can't rely on family. Unfortunately, not even my own mother. It seemed like people were trying to sabotage me, despite my mom not showing up for her shifts to babysit for me. I ended up getting a promotion, and it was a lot of things happening in the background of the surrogacy journey too that I wasn't like fully woke for, because certain things you don't think that people are intentionally doing are it's really happening because they're positioned in your life. But this experience brought out a lot of truth in behaviors of people that I should have noticed many years ago that I was apparently in denial. So anyway, thank you, sweetie. Stop it. Okay, so to keep this video short, my child's getting restless. Um, I had intended on being a homeowner by the end of this, or ready to purchase a home by the end of this. I intended on keeping my job the entire time. Sadly, I did not. If you guys watched Storytime Part 1, I did go over the fact that I lost my job due to the surrogacy experience. Surrogacy agencies, fertility clinics refusing to sign my leave of absence documentation due to those medications having some hefty side effects with it. I mean, hefty. I'll put some bullet points in this video right now, not even to elaborate on that topic because I'm already 13 minutes, 14 minutes into this video. Alright, so intended on being a homeowner by the end of this, intended on keeping my job, because if I was getting $2,000 every 2 weeks, granted, I probably wouldn't have been able to keep up with the overtime, but that still would have been about, $1,500, $1,200 every 2 weeks, plus the surrogacy income. Plus, I'm also a hair braider. I don't braid full time, but if I'm getting enough clientele, then yeah, I'll make it work. So that would have been three sources of income. So my regular employment would have been like, I would say, about like 2,000, 2,500 a month. Hair braiding, I would say maybe about 1,000 because I wouldn't do too much. 1,000, 1,500, plus surrogacy income. The surrogacy income was supposed to be, to me, used to just go straight to the bank. I lost my job, so I was heavily relying on the surrogacy income at that point because not only did I lose my job, but my brain fog was so bad I ended up dropping out of school. I couldn't concentrate. I felt brain dead. I would look in the mirror and I'm just like, I couldn't translate anything. It was terrible. So it was like, the training for this job was hefty. It was so much stuff to have to like go through. So I was like, I can't even imagine a training in a different. I couldn't imagine training for a different job. I like to be the best that I can be, and I would have felt like I'm not giving my all, and so I knew I couldn't try to apply for another job, and so that made me more sad. Of course, that I was relying on surrogacy income because that wasn't my intention. And then it got to the point where I couldn't even braid anymore because, of course, with all the side effects, I ended up feeling like I had carpal tunnel. Like I couldn't even really like fix my own hair because I had shaved my hair at the time, but it did start growing into like enough to be like a little mini afro. I mean, it looks like a mini afro now, but I think about afros, they can stretch to be longer than what they actually are. But at the time, an itty bitty afro was actually itty bitty afro, but long enough for me as a braider to grip it. And so I couldn't even braid my own hair at the time. Just had to put on wigs. And I'm not even a wig wearer, nothing against them, but it's not something that I had ever really worn. So it was like itchy. It would itch my edges. And that's a different story, different video, different day. But anyways, I can't even do my own hair. I wear a cap all the time. And I just felt like my identity had been stripped away from me. So not only did I get fired from my job, my brain fog was so terrible that I didn't even have confidence in getting another job. I couldn't braid anymore because something happened. I don't know if it was that medication or what, but as soon as that pregnancy ended, my wrist felt all better. I felt like a better person. And so I couldn't braid, only relying on surrogacy income. And at the same time, I got the surrogacy agency playing with my money. I mean, holding my wages, wouldn't even tell me. They're probably back there thinking evil thoughts like, yes, she want to get on our nerves. Let's be so unprofessional and hold her wages. I don't care that she did everything that she was supposed to do. I don't care if she even got this miracle baby despite the surrogates that we provided in the past wasn't able to get this for this couple. I don't care that she's a miracle surrogate. We're going to make her life hard. Like, they already knew going into this that I'm a single parent. So I'm my only source of income. And so they already knew that I had lost my job. They didn't care about remedying it. They didn't care that they were to blame for it or the fertility clinic. But they did know that this surrogacy income at this point was my only income. They do know that inflation is a thing. They do know post-COVID, these rental agencies are just going crazy with these rental prices. They didn't care, but they did know that they had the ability to play with my money. Legally, no. But going to court and all that stuff would only push my rent back even further. It was not a great experience to go through. And also another thing with that money that I intended on doing was opening my beauty supply store. I had been wanting to open this store up for many years. I got all types of great ideas that I want to pour into opening this beauty supply store. It wouldn't be like your traditional one. It's filled with so many great ideas. I still have hope for opening this beauty supply store. Now, I don't want to give too many details about it because I've been burned before with giving out my ideas and, people stealing them and whatnot. So just know I definitely still want to open that beauty supply store. Unfortunately, I'm not able to. Financially, I'm nowhere near the point. In fact, I actually just recently got evicted from my last place of residence. So we're actually homeless. Right now we're staying in, as you can tell, what looks like a weekly. Don't know what my next steps are. I'm trying. I'm not a I'm not lazy. I'm very ambitious. It's just that for some reason think people see all this ambition and potential, and instead of doing something that a person like me would do, help that person who's seeing all that in them, they close these doors in my face. They go out of their way to make it hard for me. And so I'm not a religious person. I'm certainly not an atheist. I know there's a higher being out there, whether we're in the matrix or whatever it is. I've been praying lately, and so that's the only thing that's been keeping my mind from going off the deep end. Because it even got to the point where I'm questioning myself. Like, am I not a good person? But I know that I am. It's just different. People don't like different. Thanks, because go away first. Very dangerous. Don't film my hair. I'm almost done, okay? So we're gonna leave soon, okay?
We'll play some games. I want to play some ball.
Yeah, we're gonna play some game. The ball game. And the duck game. I'm almost done with the video. So, I said make this video to give a little bit more background about the experience. I know I get distracted so easily, but I want to make this video to give you guys a little bit more idea of what happened. Of course, it'll take more than just a video to discuss this trauma that I've gone through. Oh, I know a lot of you are wondering, what did you do with the money? Sadly, I was like barricaded in the house all the time. I had pelvic girdle pain so bad. I couldn't really function. Like I said, with the brain fog, I would go outside, and although I'm outside, I would feel like I don't even know how to explain it. It makes me so sad thinking that I went through all this. Like if someone were recording me for a movie or something, and I would watch it, I would cry the whole movie because I'm just like, someone help this woman. No one helped me, but just was out of it. And it wasn't even just disassociating, although that was a huge part of it. It was that medication. That medication shouldn't even exist, but whatever. And I even had gotten told by other people that weren't even surrogates that had just taken the medication that they had the brain fog. So, and at least it was their child they were doing that for. Imagine doing that and the child's not even yours. Like, I am still happy that I provided them this baby, you know. It's just, I felt like I wasn't appreciated, and coming from a life of always feeling like I'm not appreciated, and not even just that people go out their way to make me feel this way. This experience just highlighted that even more, and yeah. So basically, with the money, so I'll just say that I was just throwing it in the trash. It was just spending it on anybody and everybody. Online shopping for stuff that I didn't even need just because I was in the house 25/8. And I know you might be looking like, that still isn't even an excuse, but I say, don't judge me until you've gone through a situation like that. I'm pretty sure with this COVID experience, a lot of people experienced wasteful spending. I didn't have the upbringing where I was taught time management or financial responsibilities. So that going into this experience too, bad combination. Um, so yeah, it was yeah. But anyways, I did want to go ahead and put this video out there. Also, not only to give more background to this experience, but also to let you guys know, like, I did start a GoFundMe. It was a hard decision. But as someone that's always the helper, always trying to be self sufficient, never trying to ask for help, I'm going to finally ask for help this time. Hopefully, this video will reach enough people that sees this hurt that I'm going through, no matter how much I try to disguise it. If you get, even if it's $1, I'll still appreciate it because I know that someone out there knows my pain. They feel my pain. They have empathy for me. Because I don't even know what that would look like. For some reason, I'm always someone's villain. Like I said, I stay in the house all the time. I don't go nowhere. I don't even know why people would just not like me. But I'm everyone's cheerleader. I see the potential in you, and I'm cheering so much. But I don't know. It's the opposite for me. It's the opposite. I don't know why. I'm not saying I'm the same. Maybe I'm destined for great things and people can sense it. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know. It's right now I really need help, and I'll put my GoFundMe link in the about the video section. I'm still getting familiar with this YouTube university, YouTube world, universe. But so if you can do this video, spread the word. I need help. Donate to my GoFundMe. Um, so I can become this business owner that I've been yearning to become. Like I have all these great ideas for opening this business, and I'm so sad that I didn't open it with the funds from the Surrogate's agency. I'm sad that my brain was not even like working during that time. It was just so on self-destruct mode after I realized that I was trapped in that situation. But not to take up any more of your time. If you're able to do that, that would be fantastic. You can share the link to people that might also be able to help. Post it on your social media with the link. I would greatly appreciate it. This is my last option, my last choice. Making this video did take a lot out of me, especially asking for a donation. But I just got to the point where I'm just like, girl, you need help. So thank you so much for watching this video, especially if you tuned to the end. I stayed all the way to the end. If you want to learn any more updates regarding our living situation, subscribe to the channel. I'll make sure I'm being as transparent as possible. I will be starting therapy soon, so if you guys want to know about my therapy updates and whatnot, stay tuned. Sorry I look so miserable in this video, but truth be told, alright, well, I do hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. I didn't get you down by watching this video. I didn't mean to make anyone sad or depressed or whatnot with me. I just wanted to share some insight of my life. Alright, bye.